Good morning, everyone. This is the Familiar DAVENER number 29, and I want to comment on something that's unfortunately still with us, and I'd like to suggest something in this regard. Unfortunately, the situation in Israel is far from being decided. It's far from being the end of the war, and therefore it's our obligation, morally and halachically, to continue to daven. However, it seems to me, from different shuls I've been visiting in this trip and beyond, that it's becoming a little too redundant, in the sense of people feel that saying Ashrei every day is like saying TEHILLIM after davening. Add to this that when there's a lot of TEHILLIM after davening, like 3 chapters, it becomes even more boring. There's an old joke about when does Tefillah L'Shalom HaMedina, the prayer for the welfare of the state of Israel, become a real prayer? And the answer, when people start talking during that prayer. Then we know it's a real prayer, but when they're all quiet and standing at attention, we know it's really not part of the prayer service. I'm fearful that the Tehillim is becoming part of the prayer service, and therefore people are talking on their phones and not exactly davening the way they should. And I'd like to suggest 2 things. Number 1, not to say the same perek every single day. Yes, the 2 Shir HaMalot that we all know Baal Peh. But it's not such a big deal to go ahead, send it by WhatsApp to all those that are there, or to print it and say we're saying a different perek Tehillim. And number 2, not to say it together. Each person to say it in their place. The Chazan will start the first 2 words, end with the last pasuk, and therefore it will become a bit more, quote-unquote, interesting, and more importantly, it will become more heartfelt. And I believe that if we do this, then it will be a true tefillah that's added, not just something that's in the siddur. If we're able to do that, I believe it will become more substantial for us, and hopefully more substantial above. So to sum up, I believe that Tehillim is still needed, and absolutely it's our obligation, morally and halachically, to daven for Israel, for the soldiers, for the hostages, for those that are wounded. But no, not the same perek every day, and no, not to say it pasuk by pasuk every single day. Change from week to week, print it out, and have everyone say it. So this way everyone feels that obligation on their own shoulders, and not just the chazan and we repeat, or something along those lines. If that happens, I believe it would become more substantial, and hopefully, keshem shemekablin bebeitin shelmata, just like it's more substantial for us, it will be more substantial above.